Russia, the largest country on Earth, a land of immense beauty, harsh winters, and a history written in resilience. But for many men in the West, Russia represents something else entirely, a mystery wrapped in a fur coat. When you think of a Russian woman, what image comes to mind? Is it the villainess from a James Bond movie, stunningly beautiful but deadly cold? Is it the stoic figure walking through a blizzard in high heels, unsmiling and unapproachable? Or is it the devoted partner who will stand by her husband when the rest of the world has turned against him? The internet is flooded with stereotypes. Some say they are gold diggers looking for a ticket to the West. Others say they are the last bastion of traditional family values. Today, we are going to walk past the stereotypes and enter the reality. We are going to decode the famous Russian coldness and understand the fierce, often misunderstood nature of their loyalty. To understand a Russian woman, you first have to understand the environment that forged her. You cannot separate the psychology from the history. For generations, Russia has endured cycles of immense hardship, wars, revolutions, economic collapses, and total societal restructuring. In the West, we often view comfort as a right. In Russia, comfort is a luxury, and survival is a skill. The women of Russia have historically been the glue holding society together when everything else was falling apart. During the 20th century, millions of men were lost to war and purges. Women had to become the builders, the doctors, the mothers, and the fathers all at once. This created a unique genetic memory. A Russian woman today might love fashion, makeup, and luxury, but underneath the silk and the perfume there is steel. She is not fragile, and if you treat her as if she is fragile, you are already misunderstanding her. Let's tackle the biggest myth first, the Ice Queen. Why don't Russian women smile? You walk down the street in Moscow or St. Petersburg, and you see rows of serious, focused faces. If you smile at a stranger in America or Brazil, they smile back. If you smile at a stranger in Russia, they might look at you with suspicion. This is not rudeness, it is a cultural code. In Russia, there is a famous proverb, laughing without a reason is a sign of stupidity. To a Russian woman, a smile is a valuable currency. It is not something you give away for free to people you don't know. In the West, a smile is a polite mask we wear to grease the gears of social interaction. In Russia, a smile is an intimate gift. It is reserved for friends, family, and the man she loves. This peach versus coconut theory explains the disconnect perfectly. American culture is like a peach, soft on the outside, easy to talk to, but hard to get to the core. Russian culture is a coconut, a hard, tough shell that protects the inside. But once you crack that shell once, she trusts you the inside is sweeter and softer than anything you have experienced. Many Western men give up at the shell. They approach a Russian woman, encounter a cold stare, and assume she is arrogant. She isn't arrogant, she is filtering. She is waiting to see if you have the confidence to withstand the cold. She is testing to see if you are serious, or if you are just another tourist passing through. This brings us to the concept of the test. Russian women are constantly testing men. It's not always conscious, but it's always happening. They are looking for a quality they call muzhik, which translates roughly to a real man. But be careful, a real man in Russia doesn't mean a toxic, aggressive brute. It means a man who is decisive, a man who solves problems. In Russian dating culture, there is a distinct hatred for indecision. If you ask a Russian woman, "Where do you want to go for dinner?" and she says, "I don't know," and you reply, "Okay, let's figure it out together," you have lost points. She expects you to say, "Wear the red dress. I am picking you up at 7. We are going to an Italian place." Why is she incapable of choosing a restaurant? Of course not. She is likely highly educated, speaks 3 languages, and has a career. But in her romantic life, she wants to relax. She wants to surrender the burden of leadership to you. If you force her to make the decisions, you are forcing her into the masculine role. And if she has to be the man in the relationship, she will resent you for it. This leads us to the sensitive topic of money and chivalry. The modern Western movement of 50-50ths, split bills, does not translate well in Russia. In fact, it is often viewed as an insult. If you invite a Russian woman on a date and wait for her to reach for her wallet, she will likely pay her share if she has to. She has pride, but she will delete your number the moment she gets home. To her, your willingness to provide is a direct reflection of your ability to care for a family. It's biology to her, not just economics. It goes back to that survival instinct. If you are counting pennies on a coffee date, how will you handle a crisis? How will you protect her and the children when winter comes? She invests heavily in her appearance, her nails, her hair, her fitness, her style. This is her contribution to the face of the couple. She expects you to invest in the stability of the couple. It is an exchange of energies, not a transaction of goods. Now, let's look at the loyalty aspect. The title of this video asks, are they loyal? The answer is yes, fiercely so. But there is a condition. Russian loyalty is reminiscent of a different era. It is the ride or die mentality. If you are her man, and the world attacks you, she will stand back to back with you and fight the world. She will not air your dirty laundry in public. In public, you are the king, and she is the queen. She will defend you to her friends, to her parents, and to society. However, she reserves the right to criticize you ruthlessly in private. This is where the babushka influence comes in. Russian women are raised with a strong sense of duty to the family unit. Divorce is common in Russia, yes, but usually, the woman fights for the marriage until there is absolutely nothing left to fight for. She will forgive mistakes. She will endure hardships. She will move to a new country with you and start from zero. But the condition for this loyalty is respect and strength. If she senses that you are weakened by weak, I mean character weakness, lying, cowardice, or a lack of ambition, her loyalty will turn into contempt. There is nothing a Russian woman despises more than a weak man. She can handle a poor man, she can handle a difficult man. She cannot handle a weak man. Once she loses respect for you, the relationship is over, even if she stays for the sake of the children. The warmth of the coconut center freezes over, and you are back to facing the ice cream, but this time, you are locked inside the house with her. Let's talk about the intellectual connection. Another mistake Western men make is assuming that because she focuses on beauty, she is shallow. Russia has one of the highest literacy rates in the world. Literature, theater, art, and history are deeply embedded in the culture. A Russian woman might spend 2 hours getting ready in front of a mirror, but on the date she might want to discuss politics, philosophy, or classic literature. If you treat her like a trophy that is only there to look pretty, she will get bored. She wants a partner who can stimulate her mind. She wants to look up to you, not just physically, but intellectually. The neck philosophy. There is a famous Russian saying, "The man is the head, but the woman is the neck, and the head turns where the neck wants." This is the secret to understanding the power dynamic. Russian women are not submissive in the way some Western men fantasize about. They are strategic. They are masters of soft power. She doesn't want to fight you for control. She wants you to feel like you are in control, while she subtly guides the direction of the family. She achieves her goals through femininity, persuasion, and emotional intelligence, not through loud arguments or competing for dominance. If you are a man who has an ego problem and needs to be right 100% of the time, you will struggle. But if you are a man who understands partnership, you will realize that her guidance is often your greatest asset. She has an intuition for people and situations that is almost supernatural. Listen to her. So, what is the verdict? Is the Russian woman cold? To the outsider, yes. To the unworthy, yes. It is a defense mechanism developed over centuries of turmoil. It is a shield against a world that has not always been kind. Is she loyal? Yes, but her loyalty is not given to just anyone. It is earned by the man who proves he is strong enough to handle her. If you are looking for an easy relationship, where everything is split down the middle, where emotions are always sunny and polite, and where there is no intensity, Russia is not for you. But if you are willing to embrace the challenge, if you are willing to be a leader, if you are willing to break through the ice, you will find a partner who brings a depth of passion, care, and dedication that is hard to find in the modern world. You will find a woman who will make your house a home, who will push you to be the best version of yourself, and who will never let you face the cold alone. She is not looking for a savior. She is looking for an equal, someone who can run with the wolves alongside her. And that is the truth about Russian women.